While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway.
Ooh, Mary, baby, I
asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say.
Trust me, boo, I would never.
Then in my very solitary confined, I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time, dealing with time.
Yo. Now I'm in love with this girl, and I never really told her, but I swear she know it cause of the way that I hold her. Don't care that I'm out in the street stuck in the heat, cause she know the more I eat, then the more we meet, then the more I'm having sex with her. It's just the way she smells, her body aroma, I gotta be next to her. With money in my pockets, then I gotta be vexed with her. Mad when I can't touch, mad when I can't nut, but no matter what, that's my shorty. She been there before the yak, the cracks, the jacks in the 40s. Love the fact I'm all wax and they always recording me. She say she want me richer than Berry Gordy, always with other dudes, so she don't mind when I cheat. Just make sure I wrap it up when I'm tapping them freaks. We went from hours to days, from days to weeks. Now I'm in love with this broad till I'm eternally sleep.
While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway.
Ooh, Mary, baby, I
asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say.
Trust me, baby, I would never.
Then in my very solitary confined, I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time, dealing with time.
Ooh, Mary, baby, I need you. No matter how rough it get, I can never leave you. Our bond is real strong, like Freeway and Seagull. Even though just knowing you makes me illegal. And it ain't an age thing, dog, she older than me. She got some people calm, some colder than me. Got some people rich and others owing they peeps. And she real flammable, like oils and grease. Since I've been with her, dog, she done changed my life. Turned my lips the same color like white and rice. Let me know who is real and who real tripe. Can't front though, she done made me nice on the mic. It's like, the more I write, the more I recite, the more I spit. She keep dudes saying I'm tight.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Cause you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, but this cup like the fountain in you shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Yeah, because you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern Edge, girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern Edge, girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. Been so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Been so
so sweet. I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze with the top down. Been so sweet.
Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. You're going to see some commercials, but we're telling you once again, people like this, and I straight pull this from a TV show or a movie, but the price today is not going to be the price tomorrow. It's as simple as that, man. A lot of people have been hitting us up. We're really just trying to come up with a fair package for everybody.
Trying to do things the right way, sir. Trying to do things the right way.
And so if you are interested in advertising on the Two Live Stews, I created a new email address, sme.dougstewart@gmail.com. sme.dougstewart@gmail.com.
The price today ain't going to be the same tomorrow, but I want to get in today.
The Two Live Stews experience, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart. Sponsorship opportunities are available. All right. We're looking for experienced radio sales people. Jump aboard right now. There's a lot of money out there to be got. All right. Because we promote the heck out of our sponsors, and they know that. We've had sponsors in the past that we would love to reconnect with as well.
Yeah, okay, BMS, this is what they want. Shit, that family shit. Dirt. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Bonds that can't be broken. Watch it. Hey yo, we family. 3 times we heat rhymes, eye to eye, Jinx, X and I. A bond that will never die. Wise guys will split the pie. Big style, hypnotized. I'm back home, the shark in the town. Let the fin roam, my fam in the zone. See how we rock well, exotic flow. Crystal seashells, never sleep where the beast dwell. Monster the music, you the shit, then prove it. This is hip hop, get your shit chopped. It's been a long time coming on the same track with fam dumping. Look how your man's gunning for fam, cause we all stand for something. Salute the fans production, producing mass destruction. We ask nothing, command respect, that's the law of instruction. Back in the south with a Dutch in my mouth, fam. That's what I'm all about, damn. 3 deep when we rolling out. Leave your face posted out. Double holster, twin toasted out. Your style bitch, watch me hold it out. Get money. Every day with fam is sunny. We get money. Every day with fam is sunny. Yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. Unbreakable bonds, lyrical dawns. We the eye of the storm. Hey yo, we family. The jester, nobody does it better. Ain't nothing like fam riding a beat like a bike. When it come to this rap shit, yeah, I know we out of sight. Every nigga bout on tongue confess that Jinx is the best. BMX Supreme Majestic, who gon' run up and test? I'm outside the gate, not in the bleachers or sideline. That mean that I ain't playing, motherfucker, I'm bout mine. You had your time, now it's mine to shine. I'm hungry when I spit, can't you hear it in the rhyme?
Cause you're so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, I wish I could taste the moment. Been around the world, hey, but but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl. Yeah. Okay, now pour me a one. Better yet, make it soon. They say the night is young, with this cup like the fountain in you. Shining. Tell me what your sign is. Tell me what you drink, little lady. I could buy by the bottle, I promise. Cause you look so sweet. Woo. I wish I could take some moment. Girl, you look so damn sweet. No, no. I wish I could take some moment. Been around the world, hey, but there's nothing like that Southern ass girl. No, I've been around the world, whoa. Nothing like that Southern ass girl.
Like to keep it on the edge so we max out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. Bitter so sweet, I don't need no sleep. Like to keep it on the edge so we maxed out. Just need a little breeze from the top down. It was so sweet. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Bitter so sweet, I don't need no sleep. Keep it on the edge. Breeze from the top down. Bitter so sweet.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge. With Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway.
Ooh, Mary, baby,
I asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say.
Trust me, boo, I would never.
Now my very solitary confined. I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time. Dealing with time.
Yo. Now I'm in love with this girl, and I never really told her, but I swear she know it cause of the way that I hold her. Don't care that I'm out in the street stuck in the heat, cause she know the more I eat, then the more we meet, then the more I'm having sex with her. It's just the way she smells, her body aroma, I gotta be next to her. With money in my pockets, then I gotta be vexed with her. Mad when I can't touch, mad when I can't nut, but no matter what, that's my shorty. She been there before the yak, the crack, the jacks in the 40s. Love the fact I'm on wax, and they always recording me. She say she want me richer than Barry Gordy, always with other dudes, so she don't mind when I cheat. Just make sure I wrap it up when I'm tapping them freaks. We went from hours to days, from days to weeks. Now I'm in love with this broad till I'm eternally sleep.
While you burning up, I feel the breeze up the freeway.
Ooh, Mary, baby, I
asked her, could I hit? There was nothing she could say.
Trust me, baby, I would never.
Now my very solitary confined. I find myself dealing with time. Now that she's dealing with time. Dealing with time.
Let me get one more hit. Ooh, Mary, baby, I need you. No matter how rough it get, I can never leave you. Our bond is real strong, like Freeway and Seagull. Even though just knowing you makes me illegal. And it ain't an age thing, dog, she older than me. She got some people calm, some colder than me. Got some people rich and others owing they peeps. And she real flammable, like oils and grease. Since I've been with her, dog, she done changed my life. Turned my lips the same color like white and rice. Let me know who is real and who real tripe. Can't front though, she done made me nice on the mic. It's like, the more I write, the more I recite, the more I spit. She keep dudes saying I'm tight, bro.
Unlimited Entertainment presents the Two Live Stews Experience. We back, shawty! This right here, this ain't your ordinary-ish.
Two Live Stews Experience, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart. Baby, we back. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we are back. It's been a long time. We shouldn't have left you, but them folks sat us down forcefully. What up to the Qs?
Do not let anyone confuse you. The Two Live Stews started this shit. The Two Live Stews Experience, shawty. If you're not stewing, what the hell are you doing?
And we've got to thank God every minute of every day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your boys, the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience on this beautiful Monday morning. How you doing today, sir?
I'm fantastic, sir. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, gosh, I can't wait. Medea again. You like Medea?
Hey, Medea's hit or miss, though, man. Seriously. And listen, I didn't plan to get into this, but we can have a whole conversation about Medea, sir.
Not that it's a negative thing, and we're not going to do that, okay?
Why? Medea's a cultural icon.
But I thought you were anti-Medea.
Who said that?
Dude, the way you would talk about one said Medea, everyone that would ever heard of anything that you would have said would think you're anti-Medea.
Nah, I'm not anti. I laugh at Medea. When I said he or she is hit or miss,
oh God!
I mean,
here we go.
Like I'll go and support Medea, Tyler Perry movies or whatever. It's suspect that he's so natural in that whole get up.
Let's just stop it. Hey man, it's a beautiful Monday morning, man.
Why not? Why?
Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. We're powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. Hey y'all check them out on the web, man. SouthernEdgeBeverageCO.com.
Yeah, let me finish my thoughts about the great Medea.
Scan this barcode right here, and you get a package sent straight to your door. No need to go to the ABC store, to the Red Dot, or whatever you have in your neighborhood. It'll come straight to the door.
I think the Red Dot is a South Carolina thing.
Well, but we're sold in South Carolina. We're sold in South Carolina, Florida, as well as Georgia. So Southern Edge is everywhere. So we are in Red Dots in the great state of South Carolina. But that's the website.
Tree, can you come on for 1 second? We all over the place.
I mean, a wild start to the morning.
And I want to get back to the Medea thing too in a second.
Good morning, Tree.
And what else is new all over the place?
Tree, so do you understand what we mean when we say Red Dot?
I think it's like a ABC in Florida, a package store.
Right.
We call them liquor stores in Detroit. I don't know what a package store until I came here.
So in South Carolina, and maybe it's not still the same way, in South Carolina, all the liquor stores, they don't have signage that says liquor or anything like that. They just have red dots on the building.
If you see a red dot,
is that because of holiness?
You get your buzz.
Say it again.
Is that because of religion? Like, is that some kind of secret passage, underground railroad?
People get their fix from the red dot, not religion. They get their fix from the red dot.
I think they just don't want to advertise because it's a very conservative red state. I think they just don't want to advertise. They don't want the word liquor being seen by children, maybe.
And real quick, Tree, you said,
but there's literally red dots, yeah.
You said package store when you came to Georgia.
Yes.
When you go in there and come out, you leave with a package. Package store, you get it?
No. And we had drive-through liquor stores in Michigan also.
So we have some of those here in Columbus.
Like,
y'all got drive? No, not like Detroit. You remember that was a phenomenon when I first saw that in Detroit, how they got the drive-through liquor stores.
Yeah,
a phenomenon.
It's true. I used to love it.
Nobody else has drive-through liquor stores like
New
Detroit.
Orleans.
Well, time out.
Maybe now.
Well, in places that are freezing cold like Michigan and Chicago, they do have drive-up liquor stores. People can just come and get their package without getting out of their car in the snow and the ice and stuff.
Yeah, so you think the purpose of that was because of weather?
Possibly, but it's very convenient.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for a red dot so I can put it up on because I would like to see this.
Yeah, that's true.
As if Jesus can't see you going in there.
Tree, before we go any further,
yes,
good
sir.
morning and
good morning.
Happy belated Mother's Day weekend to you, Tree. We missed that on the last show at the end of last week, so we wanted to make sure we told you today, Happy Mother's Day, and we're very appreciative for the mother of the Two Last Dudes experience, Tree. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Y'all have a good show.
Thank you, Tree.
I thought
So
she was
back to
going to blow
Medea.
that
So
somehow.
I support.
I thought she was going to blow that somehow. You being too nice to her like that, I just knew something was going to come back. But it worked out. It worked out. What were you about to say, man?
So yeah, I pretty much support all black movies, all black interests in film, okay, in television. I'll give it a shot. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it a shot. Like even speaking, this is a great segue.
And this is the Two Last Dudes experience with Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart.
This is a great segue. So a very interesting conversation in the Two Last Dudes Facebook chat group this past weekend about the Good Times cartoon reboot.
Okay.
On Netflix.
I've been told not to watch it, man.
Okay. I would suggest you not watch it either, but that's what I was going to ask you. So you haven't seen it at all? I
have not seen it.
So this thing was produced by Steph Curry, like executive producer. I don't even know what that means in this case. Does that mean he just funded it or what?
I am thinking he has followed in the steps of one Mr. LeBron James, and he has his own production. Right.
Yeah.
And this is probably one of his first projects that he has done under his own. That's what I would guess.
Okay. And then it's also produced by Seth MacFarlane, who's done like 50 different adult cartoons.
Yes.
I gave it a shot. I gave it a shot. I watched 2 episodes. I got in the middle of the second episode and I was like, I can't do this no more. It's just horrible. First of all, it's not even a reboot. Like this is a reboot of the Two Last Dudes, right?
Right.
This show really, they got the same amount of characters basically, but it's, the show itself really doesn't tie into.
Is it JJ and Thelma them? Is it JJ and Thelma them?
No, they got different names or whatever. JB Smoove is one of the characters. The guy from Saturday Night Live is one of the characters, the voices.
Okay.
And it's just horrible. Like it's horrible to the point where nothing is really not connected to the original television show, which is a disservice.
Okay.
And they really just take like the negative of black society and just heighten it. And the main thing that everybody's talking about is they have a character.
And Steph signed off on this?
Steph signed off on it. Listen, the main thing that really, really bothered me is the youngest kid is a baby, and he's like a crack dealer.
The young black baby sells crack?
The young black baby sells crack. Not only does he sell crack, he's like the main guy. He's the Nino Brown of crack in this neighborhood, in Cabrini Green, I guess it is.
And Steph signed off on this?
So people are going to say, some people, very few people in the group, very few people said they thought that they understood what he was trying to say, that this is a real thing, that young kids in the neighborhood sell drugs. That's the point that they will make. My point is, how do you even conceptualize that? How do you even conceptualize that to put that into a cartoon and think that it's okay?
Not only that, man, this is a reboot. James in Florida wasn't about their kids selling no drugs and going in and out of jail and doing stuff like that.
Right. Now.
That's the total opposite. That's the total opposite. They was doing everything they could to be positive influence to get them out of the hood, man.
Yes. And so there's a lot of debate about it, man, but bottom line is horrible. Like I'd say 90% of the people in the chat group, like, nah, they couldn't do it. It was horrible. It was terrible. Norman Lear. So the whole thing is Seth MacFarlane basically wrote and produced, or is writing and produced most of this thing. And I just think, how do you even come up with that idea that a baby is selling crack? It's just bad. It's just bad. And Steph Curry should be ashamed of himself for signing off with this.
Tree, can you come back in real quick? I'm gonna make a point, and then we're gonna get on with the show. We gotta set the show up, okay?
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot we gotta get into when you watch your Two Last Dudes.
So good to see you, Tree. I
don't like it.
Orange does something for your skin, Tree. It's like you're like glowing this morning.
Well, it might not be the orange. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Somebody had a good weekend. Pow! Okay, so real quick. This last 3 minutes that we talked about is why I really.
You muted yourself, man. You muted
You're
yourself.
mute.
You muted yourself somehow. No, on the screen.
The last 3 minutes we've talked about.
There we
we
go.
are.
Okay, yeah, my
And
mic is reset.
Reconnect.
Okay, no problem. We're good.
It at the mic.
What I was saying, Tree, is that I want us to delve more into things outside of the world of sports. I think we got to find a happy medium or some type of balance to do a little bit of both. If you
I would love that. Douglas ignores me. I'm like, hey, this is not a sports talk show.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk. I sent you a text.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Douglas, may I put Anita Baker in the headline?
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't respond.
Oh, I didn't.
That's ignoring, Doug.
And so for a female who desires attention, and see, these are the things we can talk about here because it's not just sports centered. But yes, I would love that very much because I have very strong opinions. I hated my 25-year-old was like, Mom, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's awful.
The desires of attention thing could be a whole segment by itself, Tree. I mean,
well, it's emotional. It's emotional abuse. And I was gonna get on here and cry and really turn Doug out because he didn't say Happy Mother's Day to us. But then I saw it later on yesterday. But I have feelings, and I think other people in the chat have feelings too. And so, yeah, we got to talk about other stuff. And I'm ready. Let's do it. And don't watch that Good Time. Doug, I'm so proud of you for turning it off.
Oh, yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah. Last point, man. And somebody said it in the chat room. This is the 50th anniversary of Good Times this year. And so, Bernadette Stanzas, you remember she was at the Clave getting autographs signed? She had a booth. Bernadette Stanzas be about her money. And so they've come together and they're doing like a 50-year anniversary tour or something like that. Her, JJ.
I heard them on the Breakfast Club this past week.
That's what I'm getting to.
I heard them on?
Yeah. So
I heard them on the Breakfast Club.
Her, JJ, and Michael, okay? They were on the Breakfast Club and they straight out was asked about it and they was like 2 thumbs down. Just like
Everybody
horrible.
Nope.
Horrible.
Wow.
It's just bad, man.
Yeah,
it's just bad.
So somebody got to call Steph to the carpet for this, man. Somebody got to call to the carpet, man. I'm
doing it. I've done it already.
You've done that. You've done that. Well, before I really weigh into it, man, I'm gonna watch a series of. I'm gonna watch a show or two and see if I feel the same way, man. Because I hadn't seen it. Everybody tells me not to do it. I got to check it out for myself. I want to call Steph to the carpet.
You remember there was a little bit of controversy when the PJs came out?
Yes.
You remember? That's a bad reflection or whatever on black people or whatever the case may be. I didn't think it was to that degree, but this is like the PJs in the worst ways times 10 to me.
Wow.
To me.
Wow.
And I'm just shocked that that Steph signed off on this and shocked that I think Wanda Page is one of the voices. I think Wanda Page is the voice of the mother. So Wanda Page, JB Smoove, who I absolutely love JB Smoove. If you ever saw Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Well, JB is all over the place now. He's doing TV commercials and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get his act, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe we can get some other opinions in the chat room. We are going to read a bunch of chat messages at some point today. A couple things we got to get into. We got to get into this NBA draft lottery for yesterday. I'm laughing because I can't even hold my laugh. Okay, about this draft thing. We're going to also talk a little bit about the games from yesterday. There's a couple little news stories out there.
Hey, wait. A few about 6-7 days ago, everybody was on the Minnesota Timberwolves bandwagon. Everybody was not just talking about this series.
Yeah.
I want to make this clear. People didn't jump on the bandwagon for just this series. People, after that 2-0 start versus Denver, jumped on the bandwagon of this is this year's NBA champions right here.
Yeah.
Boy, things happen fast. Okay, I can't wait to talk about that. That should be fun.
So we'll get into that. Terrell Owens is in the news. JJ Redick is in the news. We got Arlie with the entertainment report. And just a lot of fun. Oh, and the poll. Thank you, Tree. Is that your way of trying to remind me of the poll? Wow. Hey, I didn't want to bring it up this quick, but since you brought it up, let's throw up the last poll. All right. The last poll was the top 5 rappers of all times. There you see my list on the left. You see Ryan's list on the right. And close but no cigar. Close but no cigar, man. That takes my tally up. Let me go ahead and add my little point. Wow, what do you know? 12-4, man. 12-4. If we had an applause, we'd hit that applause right now. Because Dougie is up 12-4 in the polls. We got a good one today, too, as well. Thoughts, reaction.
Yeah, I definitely want you to get your shine on, man. Congratulations. Look, man, it's something that you take very, very seriously, man, and I don't, you know? at the end of the day, man.
Wait a minute. We wouldn't raise like that, man.
No, you asked me a question, man.
That's not a good message for the children.
That's not
a good lesson for the children.
You
because things aren't going your way, then you shut down? Is that what it is? Now it's not important? Is that how it is?
Can I answer the question, man? Can I answer the question,
That's not what
man?
you're teaching my nieces and nephews, is it?
At the beginning of it all, man, you know, you started switching the questions around and you and Tree was in cahoots while doing so. So I kind of said, okay, this is a game that they're playing against me. So the game I was playing against y'all was to bring some humor and some wit to the top 5, you know? And I think the listeners have enjoyed it, man. I think the viewers enjoyed it. I think the Stewies like it, you know, but I think now it's time for me to really do what I need to do and put this thing on the right track. And I think we should squash it, man. And start fresh. I think we should squash it and start fresh.
What?
And I think the whole poll.
Oh, hell no. We ain't squashing nothing.
You guys had to start it off fair. I had taken it serious. It was look, man.
Whose fault is that you ain't taking it serious?
Look, man, look, what I was doing was for the listeners. What I was doing was for the viewers.
Right.
Okay. You know the saying playing radio. Playing podcast. I was playing podcast.
Yeah.
I was playing top 5.
Who told you to do that?
Man, we'll start today. We'll start today, and I'll show you.
We can start today. We don't have to start. We're going to continue today. It's 12-4. You got a lot of catching up to do. All right?
I'm not worried about that at all. That's nothing.
Okay.
That's nothing.
So there go your tally right there. We got a good one later on today.
If Arlie and Tree vote for me, I win that poll.
So yesterday, the NBA draft lottery, the Atlanta Hawks got a 3% chance of winning. Okay? A 3% chance of winning. You know how they do this? They basically still, from what I understand, they still do the ping pong balls. They just don't show it to us for whatever reason like they used to. But they got 100 ping pong balls. And the Hawks got 3 ping pong balls in the entire machine. And they get it. They win it. They get the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. But guess what? It's the Atlanta Hawks. And this sports town is snake bit. This town got possum luck.
First draft in like 75 years where there had been a bona fide number 1 star coming out.
Come on, man. Sir, let me read for you some of the number 1 picks and picks that fans of these teams got excited to hear about. Magic Johnson, Ralph Sampson, Akeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, Brad Daugherty, Danny Manning, Larry Johnson, Grandmama, Shaquille O'Neal, Chris Webber, Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, and we got Alex Sarr. If we had the sound machine, we do. And now listen, the young man might turn out to be great. We don't know. It's just that the way basketball is now with the G League, with the emphasis on these European players coming on, most people I know don't know anything about the young man. Do you know anything about the young man?
I looked at some of his video, man. Saw some highlights. He looks like a good player, man. But with number one, man, it's got to be a splash. It's got to be a splash.
Think about when Philadelphia won the lottery and they knew they were getting Allen Iverson.
Right. Or Cleveland won it. Or Cleveland won it and knew they were getting LeBron.
I mean, it's just a different feeling now from AI and LeBron and Patrick Ewing and Ralph Sampson.
Well, I will say this, man. In the 2020 class, everyone had heavy thoughts about that being a weak class as well. Well, Anthony Edwards was in that. LaMelo Ball was in that. Tyrese Halliburton right now playing with the Pacers was in that. Maxey, that played with Philadelphia, was in that. So the reason why I bring up those names, those names are synonymous with the 2013 draft. The Big Buck, Antetokounmpo, Gobert, Oladipo. My point is there's going to be 3 or 4 stars. And we're just hoping that this kid is one of them. No matter what happens, no matter who they take, within that top 15, top 20 picks, there's going to be 4 players that will get the name and garner the likes and the respect of a big Ant himself, Ant Edwards. Someone's going to do that. Hopefully we get that, man.
Yeah, but Anthony Edwards played here in the States. We kind of knew that he was this kid that everybody's talking about. He was the first pick in the draft. It just seems a little different, man.
We weren't looking at Edwards like he was going to be who he is right now.
No.
That's my point.
Speaking of which.
It's okay, man. Let's speak life into this situation for the Hawks, man.
But it seems like
hey, man,
you may not remember. But what was the guy's name? And I should have wrote his name down because I probably would get to him. Oh, Marvin Williams. Was it Marvin Williams? Is that his name? Gotta give me a thumbs up.
It was from North Carolina. It was Marvin Williams.
The Hawks organization, that was the fork in the road. Greatness, shittiness. Hey, and excuse my language early morning. You remember who they didn't take when they took Marvin Williams?
Who was it? It wasn't Vince Carter, was it? Who was it?
Paul. It was Chris Paul.
Chris Paul, that's right.
Everybody and their mama was saying we should take Chris Paul.
And good morning to the Dread, Naughty Dread. Prior to the show, we talked about it, and he mentioned how not Chris Paul. What did Dread mention?
Giannis.
Go ahead, Naughty.
There's a lot of players. What are we talking about when Anthony Edwards came out?
Yes, we're talking about Anthony. You mentioned somebody in the pre-show.
Yeah, Halliburton came out. Tyrese Maxey came out.
I said all those. That wasn't the
Anthony
name.
Wiseman came out.
That's Naughty, I appreciate you, man. That's a CTE moment right there, Doug.
Damn.
I mean, I had it on my tongue right there, man, and it just disappeared.
Right.
Yeah. I apologize, man.
I mean, when the Hawks win, they still lose, man. That's what it seems like. Once again, this young man might turn out to be fantastic. He might be, but we don't know as a basketball fan base. Most people, I would bet, don't know anything about this Alex Sarr young man coming out of France.
It's your boys, the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews experience on a beautiful Monday morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Up next, man, we get back into the more sports. There's a lot of stuff to get into. We're powered by the good folks from Southern Edge. Check them out on the web at southernedgebeverageco.com. More Two Live Stews experience coming up next.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge. With Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new edge. Taste the edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stews Experience. Coming to you on this beautiful Monday morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
As we see the red dots on the screen found by the great Taylor.
And this is exactly how liquor stores look in South Carolina. They have small dots. Some may have big dots, but they got red dots.
Some may have just one dot.
Right.
But it's going to be red.
And that
symbolizes you can come get your fix.
Get your liquor here. Shouts out to the great Kick Booty in Orangeburg, South Carolina. The greatest name for a liquor store in the history of liquor stores.
I can't say the name of the liquor store we went to when I was at Tech because it would be frowned upon.
What do you mean it'd be frowned upon?
It was an Asian establishment on the corner across from the car wash, and we literally
they were
called
selling
it,
you ninjas. They were selling you ninjas liquor, and y'all was underage.
I mean, I was never ever carded for anything in that store, ever.
That's almost like the new Good Times reboot, man. Yes, y'all go get y'all liquor. We'll sell liquor to the little young ninjas, underage or whatnot. Yeah. You're watching.
Go ahead, man. I'm sorry. You reset it. Go ahead, reset it.
No, I was gonna say we're talking. You're listening to the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Happy Monday morning.
On the heels of Phil Jackson. Okay, Phil Jackson was the head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers from 2005 to 2011. Since then, sir, do you know how many coaches y'all have had?
I don't even know.
No, I'm not being funny. I'm not trying to come down on you.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you are, because you're a Laker hater. I am not. Yes,
Stop it.
Yes, you are.
Stop it. Don't act like that.
Go ahead.
In 15 years or less, which is when Phil left. If Phil left in 2011, it's 2024. Let's just say the last 15 years. Can you name me the number? You know how many head coaches y'all had, man?
No, I have no clue. Several.
Y'all had 7 coaches, man. Y'all have, in essence, Doug, what in the hell? In essence, y'all have had 2 coaches a year since Phil Jackson, man.
Yeah. What's his face? Oh, LeBron. Your guy, LeBron James. He's probably gotten rid of like 3 or 4 coaches in the last 6 years since he's been to LA.
Mike Brown, Bernie Bickerstaff, Mike D'Antoni, Byron Scott. And all of these guys I'm naming, except for Mike Brown, because Mike Brown was like a year and a half, and then Bickerstaff was like an interim in his spot. Mike D'Antoni, Byron Scott, Luke Walton, and Frank Vogel, man.
Yeah. Disarray. I said this the other day when the Lakers lost in the series. If we have Phil Jackson, no disrespect to Darvin Ham, I just think he needs a little bit more work. If we had Phil Jackson in the series, no way we would have lost that series, man.
Can we talk about this real quick, man?
No way we would have lost that series to Denver if we had Phil Jackson as the coach.
You do know that Darvin Ham took your team to finals, right?
Okay.
Y'all forget about that? That doesn't matter anymore?
I don't think he took them to the finals. Gotta look that up. And it's all convoluted because of the bubble, because of COVID, those years during that time, or whatever.
No. Y'all won a title y'all didn't win a title, but y'all went to the finals with Darvin Ham.
Okay.
He was there from 2022 to 2024.
Okay.
And y'all played in the finals last year, didn't y'all? When y'all got booted by wasn't it the Denver Nuggets that beat y'all last year?
Well,
didn't they sweep y'all last year?
Not in the finals, because we both in the Western Conference.
Okay, so that was the Western Conference Finals, not in the finals.
Yeah.
Western Conference Finals. Okay. All right. Yeah, man.
So,
I don't like the direction y'all are headed, sir.
Well, I mean, why do you even care? You're a Knicks fan. Y'all doing the best that y'all have done since 1972. I have to keep reminding you of that. We got 18. I'm sorry, I was about to say 16, like Ric Flair, 16-time world champion. We 18 times world champion.
Before we get into who the Lakers are seriously considering hiring, how dare you do that? You go back 20 years,
20, 40,
to try to give you some foundation to start a debate or an argument. You better than that, man. We're talking about what's going on right now. Right. Y'all getting rid of Darvin Ham, and y'all looking at hiring a guy that the highest head coaching job he's ever had was some U8 travel team.
Right. Okay, so we'll get to that here in a second, but let's talk a little bit about these games last night. Speaking of which, your Knicks go down to the Pacers 121-89. This was an ass-kicking of epic proportion. I don't know. I think all of the injuries and the issues that y'all having with the roster as far as injuries is starting to come and wear on y'all a little bit right now. Y'all wasn't even in this game. Like, they were up by 30 at the end of the first period.
Yeah.
The Pacers were up by like 30, man, at one point. Yeah. Just a drubbing. Halliburton goes for 20 points, 6 boards as the Pacers win last night, and the series now is tied 2 games apiece.
Yeah, they put a little pressure on Jalen Brunson. Clearly, we're a team that's beat up, man. You know, we're missing 3 or 4 players that are constant contributors. The Pacers last night shot brilliantly, making like 57% of their shots. 14 3-pointers were hit. Josh Hart didn't bring nothing to the table. Dante didn't bring nothing to the table. It was bad, man. We weren't ourselves, but we're thin, man. And if you pressure Jalen Brunson and you have a fast-paced offense like they did last night for a little while, it's going to be tough for the Knicks, man. But we've done an outstanding job to this point. I'm really proud of the guys, but if you're missing, 3/4 of your output, you're not going to be able to do that well, man. You just can't.
Also in the late game last night, the Timberwolves fall to the Denver Nuggets 115-107, led throughout the entire game. And Murray and Jokic, man, they just couldn't miss last night. As a team, they shot 57%. It seems like they shot like 80%.
Yeah.
I don't remember them really even missing a lot of shots.
Yeah.
And that damn Joker, 35 points, 7 boards, 7 assists. Anthony Edwards, on a bright note, he's really unstoppable.
He dropped 44.
Let's talk about Joker, but let's talk about Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards gets you 44 points last night. Yeah. He's literally unstoppable. He can get to any spot that he wants to on the floor. He can make any shot you want him to make.
Right.
His 3-pointer, sir.
Wet.
Like 9 times, that's the perfect word, wet. 9 times out of 10, they don't even come close to touching the rim. Like the projection of his shots goes through the net and straight down to the back of the floor, out of bounds.
He releases the ball at a very, very high point, man. It looks like the ball is going straight to the rim when it leaves his hands. He's a player, man. His jumper is wet, like I just said. But people overlooked the Denver Nuggets, sir. People counted them out for dead because they lost home court.
I did. I thought the series was over.
Like I said prior to the show, it wasn't just people jump from they're not just going to win this series. People started talking about how Minnesota was going to win the championship this year. I remember Stephen A. screaming at the top of his voice on NBA TV. So yeah.
Here's the problem.
Murray and Joker, that 1-2 punch is Murray is playing out of his mind. Playing out of his mind offensively and defensively. And that pick and roll they do high or low, it can't be stopped, man.
It's funny how quickly you can turn on somebody or somebody can turn on you. I have no love at all for Murray after that stuff he pulled the other day, man, throwing that thing on the floor. Like, I'm really rooting against him at this point. And I never rooted against him before. But I'm really rooting against him right now. Sir, this Joker guy is so unbelievable.
Yep. He's amazing.
And I know I keep saying that because the more and more I watch him, I don't watch a lot of the Joker and Denver Nuggets basketball, obviously. But when you forced to watch him in the playoffs and they're going deep in the playoffs, you watch this guy, and I got a newfound respect for this guy. He is unstoppable.
this is kind of a segue or a tie into what we talked about a second ago with the Hawks. No one knew who Joker was before the Joker got to the NBA, man.
That's true.
We could fall upon a player just like Denver did with the Joker.
And you're right. And so basketball minds, everybody to a man yesterday said that this Alex Sarr kid is the guy. This is what they do. Okay, they got scouts over there in France watching all of these games, not some of the games, all of the games. So once again, I said it earlier, I'm kind of hedging my bet. Yeah, this kid might turn out to be the next thing. He might be the next Giannis. The difference is we just don't know it.
No.
We just don't know it, and it seems like a bummer right now at this point that the Hawks got this pick, and there's nobody coming out of college that we've watched 3 or 4 years with a name like Patrick Ewing and Allen Iverson and those guys like that.
No.
But yeah, we never know. But the Denver Nuggets, man, Joker is just so unbelievable when he gets the ball. Like, he just makes all the right play, the right passes at the right time. Like his little floater when he gets in the lane, he's too big for them to guard it. He's just a phenomenal player, man. And you know what I would do?
What would you do?
I'd sit Rudy Gobert, man, because they didn't have him the first 2 games. Maybe for whatever reason, the way that the lineups are and the strength.
But real quick,
players put his ass back on the bench.
Real quick, I'm gonna talk about Michael Malone in a quote that he had right along the lines of Rudy Tomjanovich. But before I do that,
Rudy Tomjanovich.
Yeah. You are not going to sit a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in the semifinals in the NBA playoffs. You can't do that. Sorry.
When he sat game 2, they handled the business.
Okay, that's fine. But this is where
he's a liability offensively. He's horrible.
But he played really bad last night.
He got hands like bricks. He can't even catch the pass most of the time.
In a semifinals game or series, this isn't where less is going to be more. Yeah. And if you've got a piece that is identified as the NBA Defensive Player of the Year, you can't just sit him down. It doesn't work like that.
Did he look like a Defensive Player of the Year last night?
He did not play well. Maybe he's not getting no sleep at home. New baby at the crib. You know he ain't getting no action.
There we go.
You know he ain't getting no action. Maybe he's not himself. Yeah, but you can't sit Rudy Gobert.
Did he look like a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year last night?
He looked like they could have won without him last night.
Basically, Joker treated him like his beer.
Right.
Like he was not even a factor. And he got hands like bricks. He had so many turnovers when it should have been a bunny, when it should have just been a layup. He just can't even catch the ball.
A simple putback. He'd bring it down, and as soon as his feet touched the ground, the ball would fumble out of his hand to go out of bounds. Turnover. They turned the ball over way too much last night, especially in that second half. But what I was talking about when I said Denver coach Michael Moore quoted former Houston Rockets Rudy Tomjanovich, what I found is Rudy T is right. Never underestimate the heart of a champion, and that's what everybody did. When everybody jumped off the bandwagon, I came on this show like, hey, man, y'all acting like 0-2 is a big deal, which it is, but they're playing the defending champions.
Man, how
so yeah, it's a big deal, man, but you can't write a champion off. They still got the same 2 players that made them who they were last year.
Yeah, I guess so. Absolutely. From RC, Cat played like Cat yesterday. 5 for 18 shooting, and Gobert was useless on defense, and he's going to get fined again for that money sign to the refs. I'd missed that. They made the money sign again?
Yeah.
Somebody made the money sign towards the refs?
Yeah.
But Gobert was useless versus Joker, and he's going to get fined again heavily for the money sign gesture. Gobert is the weak link.
Yeah.
On Thursday, Doug said Murray was on drugs. I think he is on drugs to do what he did.
Yeah.
You got to be on something to do what he did.
Yeah, he started having a little mini fit last night where he caught himself. He ran towards the bench and was about to say something to the ref, and he just caught himself like, okay, I got to stop.
Hey, by the way, this Thursday, we're going to take phone calls, okay? We're going to try to do this phone call thing again. We're trying to work out some of the, the logistics about the whole thing. So we're going to have the phone system set up, and we're going to try to take phone calls. This is the people show. We got to always remind ourselves and remind everybody.
I agree.
That this is the people show. And so we
I
want to
agree.
get the people involved more to show this chat thing is fantastic.
Yep.
But we definitely want to try and get back into taking more phone calls with the people.
Yeah, I think it's going to end up being maybe a call or two towards the end of each segment, if possible, man. We're going to read more chat. It's the people show, man. We got to give the show to the people. They don't have a voice right now. But it's this, we're trying to work out the platform to make sure we can do the things that we need to do, man. It needs to be seamless when we do it,
From Naughty Dread, he says Phil Jackson's still alive with little laughing emojis. Yeah, Phil is still alive. Phil just got a bad hip, but he's still alive. From Naughty as well, he says Billy Knight got the Hawks from lottery back to the playoffs. Yeah, I talk about Billy Knight, the former GM of the Atlanta Hawks. He's also the person responsible for taking Marvin Williams over Chris Paul. How about that? From Ashley, Dr. Steve, he says, I bought most of the liquor because at age 13, I could pass for 21.
That's true.
That's true.
Yep. He used to drive that. Was it green or blue? That Monte Carlo?
I don't remember that.
Steve would just pull up to the liquor store and park right in front like he was a grown man.
Oh, so
walk inside and get whatever we needed.
So y'all were freshmen. You and Dr. Ashley Scott, owner proprietor of Southern Edge Beverage Company. Y'all were freshmen when I was a senior, right? Was that how it was?
That's correct.
Okay, all right. So
that's correct.
Y'all sophomore, junior, and senior year, I was already gone, so I didn't witness no green car or anything like that.
Okay.
And y'all pulling up the liquor stores.
Yeah. We were some wild boys, man.
Huh?
We were some wild young men.
From RC, we need to play Nas Reed a lot more. He says we as if he's a Minnesota Timberwolves fan.
Hey,
maybe listen to maybe RC's in Minnesota.
I gotta get this off my chest. I gotta get this off my chest real quick. I'm sorry. You turn that down for a second. I gotta get this off my chest real quick. The rundown said JJ Redick, and when I mentioned JJ Redick, you just went over that like I wasn't talking about what we were supposed to be talking about. I'm confused.
Well, I mean, did we have it in this segment?
Yes.
Okay, my bad, man.
But it's not the way you did it, because it's not like you missed it. It's like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to shit on him. That's what it was like.
That's how you feel?
You just like you because I was talking about the Lakers in a manner that you didn't like. You just said I'm and I'm gonna piss all over him right now.
You took that all the wrong way. Tree, come on in. Tree looked like she wants to come in.
Listen, y'all have been cursing a lot this morning. I have heard shit.
Tree, I apologize.
Like 5 times. And Douglas, you are very prude. I don't know where all this is coming from, but we can save it for after dark.
But what about the JJ Redick thing, Tree? I thought you were coming to comment about that.
You are correct. But Doug doesn't read the run because
but what in the way it done, like it was done with malice, Tree? Like
malice?
It was malice. It was heat.
So we have a meeting later. If you all listen, not watch the show, but listen, Douglas, you rude AF. Like it comes off like you're gonna do your thing. And so I know what you mean by like feeling over, like I feel like we're ganging up on you today. I don't.
So do you feel like are you mad that your team is considering JJ Redick or something? So you don't want to talk about it? Is that what it is?
He's a deflector for sure.
That may have been a CTE moment, man. I think you're making way too much of this.
Well, we've seen that already.
Like morning, you said, you've had a CTE moment. I think I may have had a CTE moment.
Okay. All right. Well,
I thought maybe this was a good spot to read a couple of messages because we were talking about the listeners and stuff like that. So
I'm really glad
I 100% apologize, man. We can get back and you can crap on the Lakers and JJ Redick possibly being the coach next season.
I'm really glad I got that off my chest, man, and I spoke my piece.
It was on your heart. It was on your heart, clearly.
And I did not want to go into the break and come back into another segment with that on my heart. It's gone now, so we can move on.
That's like going to bed mad at your spouse.
Right.
You don't want to do that. Okay.
How was Monica's Mother's Day, man? Was she have a good Mother's Day?
Think so. It was great.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
All right, don't go away. 2 live stews.
Y'all see the QR code right there. You can scan that QR code and get some Southern Essence straight to your door, man. More stews up next.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge with Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Tress Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
And the Two Live Stews experience, Doug and Ryan Stewart. And we're going to welcome into the
Ollie got the bonnet
on.
The beautiful Arlie Michelle. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning,
You
people.
can see and follow her on all social media platforms at Welcome to Arliewood. Arlie, before we get out of here, on last week's show, we forgot to tell you and wish you a happy Mother's Day going into the weekend. So we wanted to wish you a happy Mother's Day post Mother's Day weekend. How was your Mother's Day weekend, Arlie? Was it good?
It was amazing. I'm sleepy. I just got back just like a few minutes ago, which is why we really went hard on the bonnet and the jammies because it's real. I'm gonna dress up for the stews for all the stewies on Thursday. I'm gonna put on like a tiara. I'm gonna really go hard early Thursday morning. Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many children you got?
I just had one children.
Okay.
One children who showed up and surprised me. My child. I was in Mississippi though, so he drove across, and we were all just sitting there eating dinner because we had gone to see my grandma. And all of a sudden, he comes walking up. You know, we're from the country, so it's hard to surprise anybody, but he did because we live close to the cemetery. So we just thought people were driving by the cemetery. So we didn't pay attention when his truck drove past. And then he comes walking up the walk, and it was just the best day. My grandmama was so happy. She was more happy to see him, her great grandchild, than she was to see me. But it's okay. I'll let her have it.
Shout out to the homie Trey, man. Way to do it, Trey.
Big Trey, he's so sweet. He was off from work today and yesterday. So he drove on over to the SIP, and because he lives in Louisiana, he drove on over to see everybody. He saw his mama, his grandmama, and his great grandmama. In that, we have 4 generations.
Make your mama happy, Trey. Make your mama happy. Okay, Arlie, do your thing. Go ahead and jump into you. We're not going to step on you. We're going to ignore you. Just go ahead and do your thing, Arlie. Go ahead.
Ignore my bonnet. Good morning, Stewies. It's your girl, Arlie Michelle, sleep deprived and all. But we are here with the Two Live Stews experience this morning, and we want to celebrate. First of all, happy Mother's Day to all the moms and those who stand in the gap for little people all over the world. It does take a village, and we do hold up the sky. So shout outs to all the moms. I hope you enjoyed your day. And for those who are missing moms, I pray a special blessing over you that, you know, you had fond memories of your mother on yesterday and you knew she was loving you from heaven. Shout out special to my grandmama, Othame Shelby, my mama, Dr. Margaret Wilson, and my godmom, Dr. Doris Creasy Waters. Shout out to the 3 of them.
Happy Mother's Day, Miss Margaret.
Woohoo! Hey, okay, I ain't gonna start that this morning. Anyway, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the musical genius Stevie Wonder. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. He is 73. Oh my God, Stevie Wonder. I love him. My favorite song I want a funeral is anybody listening to it. I mean, listen to this. That is a song I want sung to my song. It's called As, but that's not what we all think it's called. I'll tell y'all that in a minute. Anyway, rapper Pusha T. He is 46 today. Basketball great and bad boy Dennis Rodman from the great days of the Detroit Pistons, 62. Can y'all believe he's 62?
Wow.
Woo!
Wow.
That's crazy.
Can't believe it. That dude probably can't still snatch some out the sky from y'all. And country music star, even though we probably don't listen to country music, but he was one of the first to break in. Darius Rucker, he was with Hootie and the Blowfish, and then he went solo. He is 57.
South Carolina's own Darius Rucker.
That's right. Look
That's
at
right.
you.
He's a South Carolina guy. And I do country music. I like country music. I just don't play it often, but I'm cool with country music.
Okay.
We actually had him on the show for an entire show or like an hour or something like that?
Like an hour out at Eastlake, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
Nice.
exactly.
Nice.
We were at Eastlake. That's right.
And just a few other birthdays to recognize yesterday was Kim Fields. She turned 55. Everybody remembers Kim Fields. Tootie. Yes. And tomorrow, actor Woody McClain, he played Bobby Brown on we like him. And he was also, he played Bobby Brown. And then a tech entrepreneur, I know we don't particularly care about him, but he has made social media a whole thing. Mark Zuckerberg, only 39 and just a billionaire. Like, it's ridiculous.
He's not even 40 years old yet.
Jesus Christ, superstar. Why not something called Face Handbook or something? Jesus. Anyway, so
Tootie had a rack for the ages.
Tootie? She had a rack then?
What?
I thought my mic was muted. My bad.
Oh gosh.
Tootie.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I think they've since been reduced, Doug. I don't think they.
Oh yeah, yeah.
used to be.
Okay, if you want to talk about, she had the breast reduction.
Yes.
She was every bit of 48 triple Z's.
I'm having lighting issues. Y'all see it coming on and off. Watch it. Watch me have light.
That's
first
fine.
there is light. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna move on to this story. Now, first things first, y'all. Why Auntie Anita did us like that? Why she do us? And look, she's standing in this picture like, who else want to F with Hollywood Court? Like, she straight up on Who Wants Some. So
what is going
rumor has
on?
it that 15 minutes before Anita was supposed to come on, Anita was like, I don't think so. Y'all do the best you can. Tell your mama's Happy Mother's Day from somewhere else, like the Baskin Robbins, because I ain't gonna be there.
This was in Atlanta, right?
This was in Atlanta, and the show was a Mother's Day show, and it was cited. The reason users like, oh my God. Now remember when Prince canceled, he got sick, but she was cited. It was unforeseen circumstances. So there are a few reasons why I believe what happened, and she's going to be blamed for it. And let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. So it probably was a promoter issue. Honestly, I remember this happening to a few artists before that. I'm just out of familiarity with the gig life. Mm-hmm. So if they don't give you, they don't run me my money, then you be like, I can't go on. But guess who it looks like didn't do their stuff?
The artist.
Singer,
the
artist. Right. So if the promoters didn't have her money straight, if in fact the seats did not sell like they were supposed to, but nobody knew that, they were trying to wait till the time of, the day of. What they did not do was they could have done that in a timely fashion, like, let's say an hour before people drove all the way from wherever they drove from. Because a lot of people come to concerts in Atlanta from other places, Columbus, Macon, Augusta, even Charlotte. I've gone as far as like Greenville and stuff to go to concerts that might cost less somewhere else, or they want to come to the big city of Atlanta. I know folks come here and they make a weekend of it. So what if they came early? We'll make a Mother's Day weekend, go to the concert. And Auntie Anita was like, So what do y'all think? With her having the issues with in December, she had the babyface issues where she took him off of her show. And before that, it was her and in Houston. And she was like, cut that camera off. Don't be videotaping me. And why y'all doing so and so? She couldn't sing.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
For Auntie Anita to
How old is Auntie Anita? How old is she?
That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know how old she is.
She got to be late 70s.
Look it up right quick. Anita, I think she's like 72, but she still sounds real good.
I think you said 73. I think somebody said 73.
Okay.
No, we about to see right now. She's 66.
Okay.
She's only 66?
Well, that's a little younger than I thought. I was about to say, I thought she was like 73, 74 myself. So I was about to say, You know, you get a little ornery when you get that age. You don't have the patience to deal with a lot of BS that you would probably deal with a little bit differently if you were a little bit younger. Older people are set in their ways. They want things done a certain way. They want things said a certain way. And maybe she's not in her 70s, but clearly that's what she's dealing with right now. I don't want to deal with y'all stuff, okay? Y'all got me at my house. I came to do something. That's what I want to do. Nothing else. Clearly she's like fed up with people's BS.
Okay.
She want her money. She want her money. This whole scenario you just described evidently happens a lot. You remember they even made a movie about it. Ice Cube and who was it? Mike Epps, Janky Promoters. Yeah, she want her money. And these
we don't know if that's the case or not, but that is my educated.
I hope
that had to happen.
I hope that's the case because I'm thinking automatically it's some health issue, and I don't want that to be. So hopefully it was just she didn't get her money.
Did you say why she was on the stage with her arms out like Hollywood Court, Arlie? Did you say why she was doing that?
I just think somebody caught that picture and I thought it was funny because she like, I ain't coming, do what you want. But she does in that picture, she looked like who else want to F with Hollywood Court? Who wants
come get some? Come get some.
Want some? Come get some. All right. So we hope that Auntie Anita is well. Y'all here again. I have stemless glasses.
Oh my gosh, Arlie.
And listen, these
had matches your robe. That's right. I like that.
I like so that's why I put these on one side at a time. Sweet Jesus, one side.
And we wouldn't have known that if you wouldn't have said anything just now either.
Well, they were lean. They were starting to lean with it, rock with it, and I had to I don't want people to think my nose is crooked. That's what's starting to happen. I've been trying to sit on my face, and I'm trying to hold myself upright, and it still look a little crooked. Anyway. Next up is something I thought would have been cute for our top 5, but since we're not doing it, Arlie is never invited to the top 5. Arlie is going to give her own hot.
Whoa! Wait a minute. Yeah. That's Doug. That's one of those Pisces ways of saying she wants to be in the top 5. Instead of just asking us off script, or instead of mentioning it in a meeting or sending an email, hey guys, I want to play in the top 5. They're using it as a weapon against you. That's what just happened, Doug.
Maybe we can do like every once in a while, Arlie or Tree or Nadi can pick the top 5 because evidently you have a problem with me picking the top 5.
Clearly there's a problem. Nope. Clearly there's a problem. I don't have a problem with it, but clearly there's a problem with Arlie not being invited. I think that's what's going on.
I just think that I wouldn't have done the wrestlers. I couldn't have done the wrestlers, and I could not have done without a lot of research, and I would have won that one. And there was another one y'all did I couldn't have done, but this one I could do. Okay. In honor of our moms, it is the top 5 fave or moms who set that thing off in my life as we grew up. And here they are in order. Number 5, Sophia Petrillo from the Golden Girls. If y'all have never watched the Golden Girls, go catch them on Nick at Night or one of their. I love them. She's so funny. She be putting hexes on people.
Is that the oldest lady on the show?
Yes.
But what's funny, I bet you didn't know this, Ryan and Doug. But y'all didn't know this. Sophia was actually the youngest one of the 4 of them.
Oh, really? But she played the oldest. Wow.
She played the oldest. No, wait a minute. She was talented like that.
Sophia was the main character.
No, they were all kind of equal characters because what's her face lived to be like 99. She died right before her. Betty White.
The taller lady was the lead, I think, but Betty White was a main staple. This lady was a main staple. Yeah, that's
it was Betty White, Rue McClanahan, Maud, the lady who played, and then there's Maud, and then she used to have her own show. They all played together on Mama's Family. They have rotated on so many shows together that people don't even realize it back in the day. But she was the one who played the mother of the big tall lady. I can't think of her name right now, but she played Maud, and then there's Maud, which was a great show too.
So this is your top 5.
This is my top 5. So number 5, Sophia Petrillo. Number 4, Cookie Lyons of Empire, because she was just fabulous. She got you all the way together. That scene where she took the whole table with her because she was mad at what's his face? Lucius Lyons. That thing took me down. I used to die laughing at her. She was hilarious. Number 3, Florida Evans. Damn. That was a very heartfelt episode. And she always wore orange. I just never understood why Florida always wore orange, but I think she thought that was her color, and so she went with it. Maybe it was a poor people's color. Not sure. Number 2, Jennifer. I can't think her last name right now, but she always plays a mama. She played the mama on Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do It. Jennifer Lewis, yes. She's the one who had that saying, ain't nobody effing with me about that. She's always had like a Broadway kind of preference, but I loved her most recently on Blackish. She was funny on Blackish.
Yeah,
so she plays moms. And number one of all time, my favorite, Claire Hanks Huxtable, Felicia Rashad. I love the show.
HU in the house. Howard University.
Alabama Jamma. Some of my favorite episodes. She told everybody off every once in a while. When she told, but she had one episode at least with each one of those kids, and one of them with Vanessa. So funny, where she told her, "You're having big fun," and when Vanessa snuck off to that concert and got in trouble, or that time Vanessa got drunk. Just any one of them, it was always so good. So
that was a great top 5. Thank you very much for bringing that to the table.
Y'all should have, because it's Mother's Day.
And thank you for expressing your want to be a part of the top 5. We had no idea of knowing that prior to you letting us know that just now in an indirect kind of way.
Just taking over, yeah.
In an indirect kind of aggressive way. We had no idea.
So this is the methodology. This is the methodology on the top 5s. There's a lot of top 5s that I come up with, but I'm like, we're gonna pick the same things or the same people or whatever. Like if we would have done that top 5 mothers for Mother's Day, both of us would have picked Claire Huxtable and Florida Evans. So
but that's
we only
just 2
got
out of 5.
Yeah, but we only got 3 others to choose
from.
Well,
we tend to really pick 1 or 2. I mean, a top 5 is the top 5, and your favorite's your favorite. And we tend to have at least 1 or 2 overlaps on each top 5 to this point. I mean, there's been a couple where we hadn't done that, but it's typically going to be 1 or 2 where we overlap, man. I think we'll do the same thing today as well with our top 5.
I'm trying to think who else would go on that list. TV
when
moms.
I looked up moms, we had a lot. They're not that when you think about it, there are not that many black TV shows that we had to choose from. First of all,
Miss Jefferson,
Wheezy Jefferson,
Miss Jefferson, Miss Jefferson.
Yeah.
They had I started to put what's her face on there, which I loved her from Married with Children. Seagal. That's her real name, Peggy Seagal, but I can't think of her name on the mama.
Rerunning D and Rogers' mom. What's her name?
My mama.
My mama.
Her.
That's my mama. Her.
What's happening? What's happening?
Shirley. Her name is Shirley on the show.
No, Shirley was the lady. No, Shirley was somebody else.
That's right. That's right. Shirley was the
anyway.
Right.
It's been my time, y'all. I love y'all.
Outstanding job. Thank you,
Hope
Ollie.
everybody out there.
Thank you, Ollie.
Great week.
Glad you're back safe, Ollie. Good job.
Have a good one, everybody.
All right. They're gonna make the donuts when we get back, y'all.
No. We got a couple things we're supposed to get into, right?
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to step on your toes.
And we got to do top 5.
I don't want to rub you the wrong way. So
and we got to do top 5.
I'll stop reading the rundown from now on and just follow your lead.
Don't go away, 2 live stews. Don't go away, 2 live stews.
You're going to the club. You're going to your family reunion. Maybe your fraternity and sorority get-togethers. There's a new sheriff in town.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Southern Edge Beverage Company. The Edge. With Southern Edge sweet tea vodka and salted caramel whiskey. Our sweet tea vodka is made from succulent corn, real black tea, and juicy sugarcane. Can be enjoyed neat or on the rocks or blended with your favorite fruit juice or mix a liqueur combo. Our salty caramel whiskey is the perfectly pleasing balance of salty and sweet that does not overpower the palate. Add it to your coffee or incorporate it into food recipes. Check us out on the website at southernedgebeverageco.com. Also on Instagram. Distributed by Kelly Family Distributors right here in the state of Georgia. You can also pick up a bottle at Total Wine and More, World of Beverages, Prohibition Liquor, Firewater Package, Press Wine and Spirits, and Bim's Package Store. We are the new Edge. Taste the Edge. Southern Edge Beverage Company. Yeah.
It's your boys, the 2 Live Stews, Doug Stewart and Ryan Stewart. He is him, that's Doug, and I am me, that's Ryan. And this is the 2 Live Stews experience. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning. Pray your morning is off to a wonderful start, and thank you for joining it and starting it with us. What's cracking, sir?
You see
Which direction you taking this thing?
You see my little headline, Dougie, this summer belongs to you. That's the golf god speaking. Every summer, man, I think that this is the summer that I'm going to figure it out. And I've been saying this. I've been saying this for like 25 years. I've probably been playing golf like 25 years.
I'm about 20 years in.
This is the summer that I'm going to consistently shoot in the mid to low 80s, and every year it's the same ish.
I'm on 3 different text threads that are golf group threads on my phone. And in 2 of my threads yesterday, on Mother's Day, while being on daddy duty heavy, we talked about the exact same thing. I'm gonna get y'all ass this summer. Y'all go see. Y'all go see. Y'all go see. And really, man, it's every damn summer that I go into, I feel the exact same way.
First tee.
You know,
first tee.
Oh gosh, man.
Off
I'm
in the
excited
woods.
this year. I'm excited this year.
Off in the woods, the first tee.
Now,
and then it's the same ish every year.
It is Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, the Two Live Stews. Before we move on, man, let's go into this a little bit deeper. What have you done different this offseason than you did in the last offseason, sir?
I mean, but every year it's the same thing.
Have you practiced more? Have you changed your grip? Have you changed your stance? What have you done to achieve something different than what you've achieved the past 25 years?
Every summer I do something different. That's the problem. I can't stick with one thing and perfect it.
Oh, that's true.
Then I figure that there's something I'm doing wrong, so I'll switch this and I'll switch that, and I can't. Like, I've never for any significant period of time had the same swing, the same setup, the same grip, or whatever the case may be.
There's been times where you've ripped it. And you come back 2 weeks later, I'll be like, man, what kind of stand? Why are you doing that? Why just what you were just doing?
It's very depressing, really, when you think about it. And the reason I had that up there is because I went to the range this past weekend, and I was like, oh yeah. I figured it out. I got it this summer. This summer is going to be my summer, and we'll report back at the end of the summer, and it's probably not going to be my summer or have been my summer.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Should be a good year.
Couple of quick little stories we wanted to get into. Had a CTE moment, and Ryan tried to get to this JJ Redick thing to the Lakers. Word on the street is that he's one of the candidates that the Lakers are talking to. I don't understand why. Now, this isn't a new thing per se. Who else? Who can I think of? Derek Fisher got a head coaching job with not much.
Ty Lue got a head coaching job. No, he was on the bench. He was on the bench for a while.
Steve Kerr didn't have any experience. So this is done. Jason Kidd. I don't know how much Jason Kidd was probably on the bench for a little while.
He was an assistant. Jawan Howard was an assistant. There were quite a few guys that got into it fairly quick, but they'd been assistants on other benches.
JJ Redick,
man, he had his only head coaching experience was of a U9 travel team, man.
Right.
That's it.
Doc Rivers, it seems like that when they are in broadcasting, they get to talk and kind of show how smart they are about basketball, X's and O's. So GM's like, oh, man, he talks smart about basketball on the broadcast. Maybe he'll be a great coach.
For years, off of TNT, Kenny Smith and his analysts and his points and his thought process when it comes to breaking things down has made his name one of the names where it gets thrown out when there's jobs opening up because of his pedigree when he was a player and because of his analysts as an analyst on TV. So his analysis as an analyst on TV. So yeah, you're exactly right. That's one reason why he's being considered.
The reason why I don't like the name is because he comes off as a jerk. Like, to me, he comes off as a jerk. He's basically like Danny Ainge part 2. Like, there's something about their personalities that it feels like that they're not likable. To me, it just feels like that the players wouldn't like him at all. And maybe he would switch it up and change it, could change it if he were a coach. I don't know.
So you do know what this is, right?
What?
All right. Before I tell you what this is.
It's Duke-ate.
What's that mean?
Duke. He played for Duke.
Oh, no, not the Duke. Mm-hmm. He was considered for the Hornets job or being considered for the Hornets job. The Raptors interviewed Redick back in the day when the head coaching job was open. But this has nothing but anything to do with him being on the podcast with LeBron James. He hosts LeBron James's podcast. Who plays for the Lakers, sir?
LeBron. Several people in the chat have said that they might as well go ahead and just let LeBron be the coach. This has been done before now. You know, Bill Russell was a player coach for the Celtics back in the 60s or whatever the case may be.
I don't have the freaking chat open right now, man. Well done, y'all. Why not have a player coach? Why not do a player coach with LeBron James?
Because he
Why
wants
not?
to be the coach. He's trying to be the coach anyway.
Well,
and
he's been the damn coach. He's been the damn coach.
Right. He's second guessing the coaches anyway. He gets them fired every other year. So go ahead and be the coach. And you know what? That would be a unique, interesting thing. That would be a great storyline to talk about all year long if LeBron were the coach. I don't have a problem with it at this point.
And the guy's a fan favorite. He's a ticket seller. He's not going to be playing much longer. Let him be an on-the-floor coach and then transition right into being their coach for the next decade or two, man.
And I think that's what it was with Bill Russell.
I really like.
I think that's what it was with Bill Russell when he did it. He was kind of like at the end of his career and slowing down a little bit, and they made him the coach. And I think they won a championship as the coach.
Yeah, y'all heard it here first, man. Next head coach for the Los Angeles Lakers, player/coach LeBron James. Next 2 decades, he'll be a Laker for the rest of his life.
I want to quickly touch these 2 stories. Terrell Owens, man, says that in the right scenario, he's going to be 50. In the right scenario, in the playoffs, if a team calls him, he's ready to go.
Right.
What are your thoughts?
This is a story that's being blown out of proportion and something that's being taken just for a click in the headline. He was doing an interview with someone and mentioned his son Tyreek, who has a free agent opportunity with the San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
He mentioned how his son was just like him, how he wasn't the best player when he first got started. And he was basically trying to say, right. He was basically trying to say,
yeah.
If they give him an opportunity, he'll be much better than his dad was. And by the way, I was speaking to Coach Lynch or GM Lynch, and I told him at 50, I'm ready to go right now too. I can play with my son. So it was one of those things done in tongue in cheek in my eyes. There was really no validity to the story at all.
I wish they had like a senior, something like a senior pay scale, and you're watching the Two Live Stews experience. Because I believe Terrell Owens could give you 15 plays. I believe Terrell Owens right now around the goal line could, on one-on-one coverage, beat most defensive backs in the NFL right now at 50.
Right.
You always see these little videos of him like in these running competitions with Tyreek. You seen that video with him running the 40 against Tyreek Hill?
Real quick, man.
Uh-huh.
T.O. might be able to bring something to the table for 4 or 5 snaps, but it don't work the way you're thinking.
No. And you're the guy to talk about this. Go ahead.
And he's continued to work out. He's in fabulous shape. He's still training, still running, still lifting. He's still raising kids. He's still going to do one-on-ones, but he's 50. And physically, you just can't do the things you used to do 25 years ago on the same pace as you did 25 years ago. When you're 50, your fine motor skills, your small twitch fibers, they don't work like they used to. You can't fire like you need to fire to make a play. Mm-hmm. Them kids, them DBs and them safeties in today's game would cover him like white on rice right now, man. Mm-hmm. He's not the same T.O. But could he get a jump ball? Could he do something with a fade? Could he be a decoy for 1 or 2 plays for somebody else to sneak out? Yeah, man. But he ain't playing no damn ball right now, man.
I wish they could do like a senior pay scale deal where he gets paid by the game or something like that. Like he gets $100,000 per game or whatever, and they bring him in like during the playoffs for goal line situation. Just to toss it up to him.
We got a union, man. If he go out there, if he signs on the team and gets 1 play and hurts himself that 1 play, he gonna get a year's worth of money, man. That's why it's not going to happen, man.
So you don't think Randy Moss right now could come into a game in the playoffs on the goal line and score over 90% of the defensive backs in the league right now?
I think he would get his shoulder.
Valuable. Go ahead.
I think he would get his shoulder dislocated from the jam them young boys gonna put on him.
Are you
That's
serious?
What I think.
Now you've been there.
Man.
You've been there, so clearly you understand more than I do.
We go to these game nights from time to time. It's the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, Two Live Stews experience. We go to these game nights with a bunch of family friends in the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Kids will be playing upstairs with a sitter, and we'll be downstairs playing all these different games and stuff, doing drinking games, all kind of adult stuff. It's fun. It's real fun. And I realized when we were playing one of these games that my response time to grab things and put it back isn't what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm 50, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a burst right now. I can get from the goal line to the 10-yard line relatively fast 25 years ago, man. I would pull a muscle trying to move that fast now. My body can't do it.
Right.
So these older cats, man, as great as they were, that was back then. These kids now been lifting and running for another 15, 20 years every day, trying to get where they are.
Okay. All right.
In my humble opinion, man.
No, I mean, you played in the NFL. For people that are new to the show and just stumbled upon the show or whatever, you played in the NFL.
I can pull my groin walking up and down the steps, man, if I don't take my time.
Well, I'm not talking about they just come cold off the street. Don't you find that when you warm up that you move better than when you don't warm up? I'm saying they come out there, they warm up with the team, they do some little drills or whatever, they get warmed up. I'm not saying they come cold off the street and try to line up on an NFL offensive football team.
4 days of warm-ups and 4 days of plyometrics is probably going to pull a hamstring. They're 50.
Right. Okay.
They're 50 now, man. We can't do those intense warm-ups. Dude, we used to warm up for an hour before training with Kathy Freeman on that track. Kathy was one of the LSU track women that won a national championship back in the day. We trained with her during the offseason. We would warm up for an hour to get ready to run. T.O. and Randy Moss can't warm up for an hour now to get ready to perform, man.
Okay. All right. I wanted to get into this whole story with Austin Rivers and NBA players being able to play football faster than football players being able to play in the NBA. But I think we need to get to this top five. This is something we can bring up on the next show. I got to go make the donuts. Are you okay with that, sir?
I wanted to talk about Austin Rivers too, so I'm fine with that, sir.
I mean, this is something that's not really dated. We can give our opinions on this the next show.
Well, listen, man, I don't want any problems, man. Let's do it your way.
Yeah, I don't want any problems either.
I don't want you to piss all over me again.
All right, so this was in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. And basically the thought is duos, okay? And there's been a lot of conversation about Joker and Murray and different duos and how, comparable they are to other great NBA duos. Two players on one team and how well they played together, they connected, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to give you our top 5 NBA duels of all times in honor of the NBA, in honor of the draft, lottery, yada, yada. Because I'm the champion, I just want to remind you one more time in case you forgot. I'm up in the top 5s, 12-4. So I'd like for you to go first. That's the choice of the champion. He chooses who goes first.
Before Tree drops my list, I want y'all to know that today is the day it starts. I'm going to take it serious. This is the first time I put time into doing my top 5. And Tree, thank you for muting Doug's mic so he can't interrupt me and knock me off track. I really appreciate it. Tree, please put up today's winning list, today's winning top 5. At number 5, man, I'm going with LeBron James and the great Dwayne Wade. They had a .700 winning percentage, man, and there were a few years where those guys were absolutely unstoppable, man. LeBron was averaging 26 points. Wade was averaging right at 23 points. They were 2 championships in. At number 4, Kobe and Shaq, man. I really think that this is one of those situations where if Shaq could do it all over again, he would work hard for a decade, and him and Kobe would stay together. If Shaq and Kobe would have stayed together in their prime for another 3 or 4 years, they probably could have surpassed what Magic those did. They probably could have surpassed what Cousy those did. What Cousy and Russell did. At number 3, the Russell and Cousy that I just mentioned, man. Not many people have 6 titles, okay? And they had a .74 winning percentage, man. The problem I have with them and why they're where they are on my list is because Russell was a boy amongst men back then, man. I mean, they didn't have as many teams as there is now. They didn't have the other great talent that there was back then. He was like the only brother on the floor for the most part, man. At number 2, Magic and Kareem. Another group that's won 5 titles. Very impressive winning percentage. No two have ever done it better, except for the guy that's going to come in first place. The 1-2 combination for Magic and Kareem was absolutely phenomenal. And of course, man, one of the guys that played with the greatest of all time, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan, man. That's my number one team. 6 titles, absolutely incredible. Scottie supported him with 17 points. And Jordan averaged right around 32 points. Phenomenal. And of course, the the honorable mention, Tim Duncan and the great Tony Parker. That's going to go over a lot of people's heads. But Tony and Tim brought 4 titles to the table, man, and they were unstoppable for a minute. Absolutely unstoppable. And Tim's probably one of the best power forwards to ever play the game, or 5, because he played both positions. That's my top 5, Doug. You got to unmute yourself, Doug. Okay, go ahead.
So I tried to be a little bit different because I knew we would have a lot of the same ones, like we kind of talked about a couple minutes ago.
Right.
But I think I got
you trying to be different has nothing to do with the list.
I think I got you here again.
Stop begging. You're doing a little key sweat. I tried to be a little different.
Go ahead, Tree. Drop the list. Drop the winning list. Coming in at number 5,
Peyton Kemp.
Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. When you talk about duos and a connection between a point guard and the center or the power forward on a team, Gary Payton and Sean Kemp was very, 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 very exciting duo to watch.
I'm doing my Angel Reese here, man. They got no rings, B.
Come back. Please come back to my list, Tree.
They got no rings, B.
Coming in at number 4, Dr. J and Moses Malone. 4-4-4. That's all you need to know is 4-4-4. When these guys connected, won a championship for the Philadelphia 76ers, Dr. J and Moses Malone. Dr. J and Moses Malone coming in at number 3, Kobe and Shaq. Everything needs to be said about these guys. Pretty much you already said it, all right? But you didn't say it as good as me because you're a Laker hater and you hated when Kobe and Shaq were together. They coming in number 3. Oh, my God, I wish they could have worked it out personally. They would have won more and more and more rings. Coming in at number 2.
I got him today.
Jordan. Okay. So Jordan and Pippen. That's right. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, the Chicago Bulls. Man, a lot of people say Jordan wouldn't have those rings without Scottie and vice versa. Okay. He didn't win a ring without Scottie Pippen. He comes in at number 2. Coming in at number 1, Kareem and Magic. Enough said. And honorary mention, a little bit of love to Georgia Tech's own, to South Carolina's own. I hate they couldn't work out the personal differences. I hate they couldn't come together on one accord.
Yeah.
Kevin Garnett and Stephon Marbury.
Yeah.
All right. Starbury. All right.
I like that
That's
list.
my list. Can you put my list up one more time, Tree? I got to get out of here.
I like that list.
All right, number 5, Peyton and Kemp, Dr. J, Moses Malone, Kobe and Shaq, Jordan and Pippen, Kareem and Magic, and honorable mention, Starbury and KG.
You got 2 duos on there that didn't do anything when it comes to winning the title, man. And that matters in top 5s. You got to show how superior you are in top 5s, man.
Man, I'm the top 5 king. People going to take a look at that list and say, you know what, Doug, this is an original list. Ryan just grabbed the book and looked up who, had titles and all this, that, and the other, and Bob Cousy and so Bill Russell. So
Hey, go Keith Sweat. Please. All
right, I got to go. Let's wrap the show, man. Let's get out.
As he's begging, man.
Shout
out to the good folks from Southern Edge, man. They are fueling this show and powering this show and this podcast. We can't appreciate them enough, man. Take them out on the web at southernedgebeverage.co.com. And, man, everybody that was in the chat room, appreciate y'all, man. Thought we were going to read a few chats, but Doug decided to hijack the show and kick us off, so we're going to get on out of here today.
I tried to read chats.
But, I mean...
Go ahead, man. Let's get out of here. I gotta go. Go ahead, man.
Tree, James, 2 outstanding jobs today. Thank you very much for an outstanding job. You both get A+. And Doug, man, Arlie, great job, Arlie, on the Entertainment Report. Follow her at Arlie. Welcome to Arliewood on all social media platforms. The great Arlie Michelle. And Doug, man, I want to find a reason to give you an A, man, but you were a bully today, man. You hijacked the show several times. I mean, I don't know, man. Your list was pretty original, though. I love the fact that you gave Starbury and KG some love. South Carolina and a Georgia Tech guy. So I'm going to give you an A, man. But golly, man, you were a bully today.
Okay.
But you get an A. You're a bully that gets an A.
Okay. I tell you what. It's a lot can be said about you today, but I'm going to give you an A, too. You get an A. Congrats, man. Good luck on your top 5 too. You're gonna need it. Yeah. I mean, I am the top 5 king for a reason. Let's get out here, man. I gotta go. What time is it?
All right, man. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know him, you need to find him and show him love, because that's all he's showing you. Nothing but love. I may be traveling Thursday morning, man. But we'll talk about that here shortly.
Okay.
Tree, you want to say something before you go? Nope.
I know that I'm going to be in the office. I made another error, and we talked about my fear of
shoot.
Douglas. There is no such thing as Joran, but the nails. And also, we did have time to read the chat. I want to thank Arlie for working with me to hijack the top 5. I suggested top 5 moms on Friday. Douglas ignored me, but guess what? God did it. Thank you.
God did.
It is.
God did. God
It
did.
is. All right.
All right, man.
Look at God.
We'll wrap with y'all later on this week, man. Two Live Stews Morning Show later on this week. Peace and love, y'all.
Peace. Peace.